This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on the keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Bueno, pues vamos de nuevo.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Vamos a ver qué nos ocurre esta vez. Vamos a intentar seguir las instrucciones dentro de lo que cabe.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Venga, vamos al lío.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Vamos.
Feeling a wave of disbelief,
Go,
Stanley
go.
decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping he coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy. So he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
What the fuck? El narrador está chalado. No ha abierto la puerta. Go, go, go.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Está abierto todo diferente. Ah, bueno. Let's go.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Coño.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Ahora voy a ir a escape. A ver, ¿qué hay por aquí?
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Se encontraría con su violenta muerte al final. Bueno, vamos para adelante. Hemos venido a jugar.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Confrontar su muerte. Uy. Esto se pone muy Silent Hill. Ahora que me metes aquí. ¿O no? ¿Muerto al final? Hemos sido
As the
engañados.
machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Bueno, pues adiós.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Pero si no me ha matado. Stanley Parable.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
LOL. Crédito. Logro desbloqueado, no puedes saltar. Bueno. He pulsado espacio sin querer. ¿Qué es esto? ¿Dónde tiro? Vamos a tirar por aquí a ver qué hay. Todo suena a tecla. Warzone. Esto no lo he visto. Bueno, tío. Ha hecho eso raro. pasará si llega a 0? ¿Termino? $15 segundos. What the fuck? Me perdí. Habitación. Mi cuarto de trabajo. Por 3 veces. ¿Y ahora para dónde? Tengo que ir. Lo que me ha dicho la tía. Tengo que reiniciar o... Ah, no, es por aquí.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time...
A morir.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Meeting room.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Creía que había visto algo suspicious.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Vamos a la izquierda, ¿eh?
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
No, ahí por donde iba antes. La sala de reuniones. Vamos por abajo a ver qué hay por aquí. De todas maneras, hemos venido a jugar.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left.
Si puedo, voy a ir por otro lado. No. Pues tendré que ir por ahí.
Oh, no. No, it's to the right, my mistake.
Ah, por aquí ella. Bueno, pues vamos.
No, not the right. Why
cabrón.
would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking?
Es esa.
It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Lol.
No, let's see. We went
narrador.
down, right, left, down, left,
Juego más
right.
raro y más divertido a la vez.
Okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Ahora me cierra encima, cabrón. Ah, pues no. ¿No me puedo montar en el coche? No. Pues para abajo.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, hmm? Okay, from the top.
Bueno, vamos de nuevo.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Mr. Memo 2.
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Vamos a tirar por aquí a ver qué hay. No me gusta por aquí. Vamos a ver por aquí.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Laberinto. Lol.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Qué
What could it
cabroncete.
mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Qué cabroncete el juego.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Bueno, pues es que no queda otra. Vale. Todo zona tecla. Da igual que sea un escritorio.
Aha! I knew we'd missed something. The story. Here it comes.
Me estás
No, wait, never mind. Not the story.
mareando.
Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Me estás mareando. Qué cabroncete el narrador. Ahora ha cambiado.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job.
Pues nada,
Oh, no.
he ganado, ¿no?
No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay?
No me
I'm
quiten
getting
mérito.
weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.